So, do you see yourself as a slave or as a favored son? And then number 2, of course, the first one said, this is a land that devours the inheritance. They're going to eat us. And then the second group said, they are bread for us. We're going to eat them. Okay? That is a completely different perspective. I'm going to be eaten or I'm going to eat. So, as we know, the 10 spies, along with all the rest of the adults, spent the next 40 years circling the desert, waiting to die. What an outcome for your life. Versus the 2, Joshua and Caleb, they actually got to go in, and somehow the Lord preserved their youth and their strength, because Joshua, when he went in, he had to be like 80 years old, right? I mean, minimum. And he fought and took the most difficult area and conquered the most difficult area in his 80s. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. They got to live out their story as favored sons instead of, and, true to free will, the 10 spies got to live out their story as victims, powerless victims and slaves. Okay, so 2 different, same set of facts. The land is beautiful, fruitful, and intimidating. 2 radically different narratives, and thus 2 radically different outcomes. So what you believe about the story you're living in makes all the difference in your approach, your experience, and your ultimate outcome. All right, so begs the question, what story are you living in? And it's a really important question to ask. Am I living in the story that has me, and you hear a lot of Christians in this spot, searching the headlines for every clue as to whether or not we're living in the end times? Ooh, maybe that's the Antichrist. Ooh, maybe, is that the mark of the beast? They're just everything. They're looking at it through that set of glasses. Is it? Are we winding up to the end? Is this it? Is this it? Is this it? Because it's dramatic and interesting. Interesting to the soul. And I'm not saying there isn't an end. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, is that the overarching lens you're using? Or maybe the story